Mr. Anderson here. This is video 2 of the Sidekick breakdown. So in video 1, if you haven't watched that yet, make sure you go back and you review video 1. We worked on the trajectory of our Sidekick. Now we're going to work on Sidekicks 1 through 4, but we're also going to add our pivot. Our pivot is what our base foot does as we throw our Sidekick. So if this was my target, if my foot is pointing straight towards the camera, if my foot doesn't pivot, when I throw my Sidekick, there's potential for knee injury. My knee does not hinge this way. It hinges this way. So I want to make sure I pivot, and the other part of it is it will actually allow me to engage my heel on my Sidekick. So when you throw your Sidekicks, as you pick up your foot to throw your kick, some people like to pre-pivot. So they'll turn their foot before they throw their Sidekick, and then they'll throw their Sidekick. Or what I like to do, and what takes a little bit of practice, is pivot as you kick. So as you go to kick, as I pick my leg up and I prepare to strike my target, you'll see my foot turned away from my target. That way I can throw my proper Sidekick. So pivot is another huge part of what you're going to do on your Sidekick. So I want to break down Sidekicks 1 through 4. So number 1 is, if you know the rules for number 1, front kick, round kick, Sidekick, it is all the same. Number 1 is always front leg kicks. The reason why we do our different kicks is about distance from our target. So my number 1, I'm out at about arm's reach. I'm gonna pick up my front leg, okay? Because number 1 is always front leg kicks. My knee position goes, and I throw my Sidekick. As you notice, I threw my pivot in there. So number 1, Sidekick, is front leg kicks. Number 2, I'm gonna increase my distance. If I try to throw a number 2, if I'm standing here, number 2 is always back leg kicks. If I try to throw a number 2 from here, I'm gonna be way too close to my target. I'm not gonna be able to get that kick off. So I need to increase my distance. So if number 1 was at about arm's length, number 2 is gonna be about arm's length and a half, okay? So my number 2, back leg kicks. I'm gonna pick up that back leg, chamber, throw my Sidekick, but I'm also going to return it as I'm learning. If you were actually sparring or you were fighting, you don't have to return it today. But when we're first learning it, we want to learn how to control that kick. So number 2 is back leg kicks. Again, my distance is out a long ways. I'm gonna bring my knee up, throw my Sidekick, pull it in, and back down. So number 2, Sidekick, back leg kicks. As you noticed on those kicks too, if you look at my base foot, you'll also see that pivot. Number 3, if my distance from number 1 was here, my distance from number 2 was here, my distance for number 3 is gonna increase to about 2 arms lengths. Number 3 is, I need to make up some distance. I wanna go strike my target. So number 3 Sidekick is back leg moves, front leg kicks. So number 3, back leg moves, front leg kicks. Okay, so there's my number 3 Sidekick. So again, back leg moves. Notice my knee position just like in video 1. Front leg kicks. Number 3, back leg moves, front leg kicks. Number 4, we're gonna decrease the distance from our target. Number 4 is, I'm in way too close, okay? This person has got into my bubble. I need to increase my distance to throw that Sidekick. So number 4 is front leg moves. That's how we're gonna increase our distance. Back leg kicks, lands in front. Again, we'll do number 4 on this side. So number 4 Sidekick, front leg moves, back leg kicks, lands in front. And again, this is a Sidekick breakdown. So that knee position is vital. Make sure your knee is high, your foot is low. We used to tabletop and put our leg out that way. The problem is, if somebody reaches out, they can grab your leg and they can pull you to the ground really easy. If I have my foot down low, now they would have to reach in to grab my foot. There's nothing for them really to grab a hold of, whereas here I give them something to grab onto. So as you throw that Sidekick again, knee high, foot low, knee position, throw that Sidekick. Hope you enjoyed this breakdown of Sidekicks 1 through 4. Also, go back and review video 1. Video 1 is the breakdown of the trajectory of the sidekick. Video 2 has the pivots, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I hope this helps. Keep working on your sidekicks. Try it. Kunyan. ATA.